I'm Paul Levinson, and welcome to Light On Light Through, episode 243, my review of Reacher on Amazon Prime Video. Well, I just heard today that Reacher has been renewed for a second season, and I'll tell you why. In a word, it's a delightful series. Now, at its best, and that's more than some of the time, the lead character, named Jack Reacher, but known just by his last name, has some of the quick thinking and lethal delivery of another Jack, whose last name was Bauer, on 24. And sometimes Reacher even recalls James Bond with his wit and his penchant for the sharp retort. And Reacher has two assistants, all his own. Roscoe, a bright and beautiful and deadly when necessary young cop in a small town in Georgia, and Finlay, a detective captain in the same small town who came down there from Boston. There's almost constant action, unpredictable twists, bad guys and worse guys in this thriller based on the Jack Reacher book series by Lee Child. And by the way, it's a huge series. More books in that series than in most other series. I need to check to see whether there are more or less books in the Jack Reacher series than in the original James Bond series. Anyway, I haven't read any of the Jack Reacher books. Come to think of it, I've been saying that about a lot of series and movies I've been streaming and reviewing here in the past few years. And that's likely because there are so many good series and movies out there and up there to stream. And you know what? Reacher is one of the best. Here are some of the things I liked most in this 8-episode series, which now will have at least one sequel, and I'm sure it will have many others. Reacher and the Peach Pie. I figured I'd start the list with a rhyme. Reacher does love peach pie. Peach pie, shaken, not stirred. Or is it stirred, not shaken? I'm not sure. Well, I also liked Reacher and the Dog, which Finlay names Jack. All right, there's a little spoiler. I liked Reacher's tendency to say no to things that he doesn't want to do, even when that answer is not socially advantageous. I like the folk wisdom of even the minor characters, like the woman who says about her dead husband something like, "It's amazing what a woman will put up with if her man, quote, throws, unquote, her a good, quote, hump, unquote." Yeah, that's really some good folk wisdom. I like the range of cities in which the action takes place in this series, not just the small town in Georgia, but Atlanta, New Orleans, and New York City. And I liked Alan Ritchson as Reacher, Willa Fitzgerald as Roscoe, and Malcolm Goodwin as Finlay. So, okay, you get the picture. See what you think when you see the picture, actually the series. Although if you're listening to this, you probably already saw it, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, I'm wondering where up here north I can possibly get a piece of that peach pie. And I'm happy I was able to deliver this review with no real spoilers at all. Pretty rare for me, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed that review of the first season of Reacher. I'll be back here soon with a review of Suspicion and all kinds of other good things up on the various streaming services and cable channels. In the meantime, stay safe, stay sound, and enjoy.
The Light on Light Through podcast
Athens, 2042 AD. She ripped the paper in half, then ripped the halves, then ripped what was left again into bits and pieces of history that could have been. Sierra Waters had read once that, years ago, it was thought that men made love for the thrill, while women made love for the sense of connection it gave them.
Curled Up with a Good Book says, Sierra Waters is sexy as hell. You can find out more about The Plot to Save Socrates by Paul Levinson at theplottosavesocrates.com.
Paul Levinson Silk Code, about an ancient biotech war raging on in secret for centuries.